from that. Now that there was the evolution, and from inanimate to animate, and further animate to cellular, multicellular, elongated, reptiles, mammals, and all these things started. And today there are about 2 million species of different variety, and man is at the apex of the ladder. Now keep this thing, I want to show this because you have not understood the mentation word properly, that's why now I am taking along with it now. Now just see that inanimate object becomes a life force, a living thing. Why? There is a dawn of some principles, minor principles of mind there, right? Till then, there is no mind. In fact, even earlier also there is a mind, because mind only gets unfolded. It is there in the existence, it is unfolded as our yogic theory. But just try to see, mind as we see apparently, one which is within starts unfolding. Moment it starts unfolding, the mind principle becomes apparent at the first time when the life starts moving here and there, unicellular animal starts moving, right? Now, moment the mind came at the surface, started expressing, mentation as we understand normally started. Mental phenomenon started, that is called a process of mentation. Now, the mind confined to the unicellular, then multicellular started. With the multicellular, group intelligence came, and with the group intelligence, things started moving. Now, in the world, when these things started moving, according to Darwin, Neo-Darwinism, and the recent theories of mutation and all these things, you will find the basic principle is how the world is moving. When this thing, because we unnecessarily many times how the God has done it, how this thing has done it, we have got all conception. God doesn't do anything. Just remember this thing, I am making a statement, God doesn't do anything. God wants you to do as you want you do, and you just get the result of it. Just try to understand. Now, these, by the evolutionary forces, life came about 4.5 billion years earlier. Life started moving. Evolution, best is, there is a struggle for existence, survival of the fittest is the second rule, and out of this there is a natural selection. In the sense, when a lot of animals are produced, species are produced, naturally space is limited, and in order to see that the best thing survives, there is a struggle. Survival of the fittest, one who is the fittest survives. Law of nature. You see in the nature, if one thing starts growing, the other thing curbs it. Why? Because nature wants to maintain the balance. Nothing is wicked. You just see from this angle and you see that this is maintaining the harmony. When you see only of a limited angle like this, you see that there is injustice. Justice and injustice is a conceptual thing. Just try to understand. Therefore, when you try to understand the God, you have to go at a very high attitude, not from the individualistic approach. It is an infinity. You cannot perceive the God, but you can have some glimpse, at least a right type of thinking will come. Now, out of this struggle for existence, survival of the fittest started, and that only, it is not confined to species amongst itself, because species are in the nature, because after the water, first plant kingdom came, along with the plant kingdom, the animal kingdom came. So, these species which are fittest along the circumstances only survived. Others are exterminated. Now, rhinocerosism, those big animals, they lost because they could not get their food. They are bound to. So, in the struggle for existence, they are lost. Now, this process is called natural selection. I will just give you one more idea to say. You know, there is a mimicry in the nature. In the sense, different animals have got different colors. They can change the colors as per the environment. Now, this animal has a better chance of survival. Why? Because if he is in a background of the same color which he possesses, he cannot be detected, he cannot be killed by his enemy. Then, if he wants to kill somebody, the other animal will not know him, Because in the color, he will not be distinguished in the color, and he can kill that. Now these animals have got better surviving instincts. They go further. Now these transmitting, these heredity characters start transmitting through species after species after species, and along with this the evolution has started. Genetics is a different subject, I don't want to go into it, but coming into this thing that when the life has started, in the plant, mentation has started. Mentation, as we understand, came to the surface. Now our Shastra says, unfoldment started. Not that mind was not in existence, just try to understand. It is just a stage comes when it starts unfolding. Thing which is within, it is potent with it. It is there, but it starts unfolding. So mind came out of it. And what mind came out of it first? First mind came was an instinctive mind. I hope you have understood. Now all this process is a process of mentation. So instinctive mind came. And now we have to understand the great phenomenon that is of instinctive mind. So the first appearance on the surface of a living thing is instinctive mind. Instinctive mind is a mind where at the earliest form there is no consciousness, but it moves instinctively as per the ordained plan of the nature to do a particular purpose. It is done, the species is over. Most of the male species you will find after copulation, male dies, and only mother species remains to nurture. This is all instinct. All this hibernation, frog goes under the ground, remains there for 3 months when there is a summer, and then comes out after for short. Hibernation, nobody taught the frog in the school or colleges how to go under the ground without breath, how to remain there. Nature. Birds fly 2,500 miles. Nobody teach them. They take birth in India and just they go to the Russia on their own. Instinct within, nobody teaches them. It is something within which propels them, a magnetic field which guides them, but how to use that magnetic field is also their botheration. Building up the nest, nobody teach. How to fly, nobody teach. 1001 thing. The whole nature is based on instinctive mind. The whole nature. There is nothing in the nature without which the life is not possible. Because instinctive mind does the job of building, repairing, replacing, circulation, digestion, excretion, everything is done by instinctive mind. Every object, just remember, in case of a human being, after male and female gamete comes together, ovum comes together, at that time instinctive mind is there. There is not a time where this instinctive mind is not there. Out of that small unicellular structure, out of combination, the chromosomes mix, genes exchange takes place, and the new progeny comes with the heredity character. That one cell produces this beautiful body of a human being. With every part if you take a liver, you will require a giant big factory to produce all the chemicals. If you want to see the brain, even the supercomputer cannot come near the brain's function, which is just a small structure. Just see the ingenuity of the nature. All this thing is the creation of instinctive mind. So how great force the instinctive mind is, just see. Now instinctive mind, I want you to understand thoroughly. Because this instinctive mind plays very important role in the terrestrial life of a person. If you understand this point correctly, much of your life's worry you can take care of, much of your problems of health you can take care of, much of your old age you can take care of, much of your energy waste you can stop, much of the things you can develop by which you can start communication at a very different level. And that's why topic little detail, try to understand instinctive mind in its right perspective, then we will just see as to how to make use of it. Now this instinctive mind, the first, I have just shown everything in the body, preparation of body, repair of body, everything, defense of body, how diseases are to be met with, how the foreign aggression in the body is to be met, everything is looked up, your health, everything is maintained by that body. But apart from that, day-to-day life, consciously and unconsciously you make use of this. The important aspect of this instinctive mind is, when you try to learn a particular thing, in a learning stage it does not help you. Instinctive mind does not help you. But when you learn it, you say, I have learned driving. Why you have learned driving? Now you are in a position to put the gears properly. You can put the steering wheel properly. You are not afraid of going in the street. You can reverse it properly. You can park properly. Now all these things, when you acquire perfectly after 6 months, you say that I have learned driving. Prior to 6 months, you were learning driving. Have you understood? One is process of learning, other is past perfect, learned. Now process of learning, instinctive mind does not come to your help. Once you are perfectly confident that you know this is driving, what happens is, when you say that I have learned properly, at that stage, the whole art of learning driving is transplanted from conscious level to subconscious level. You just see, when you drive the car initially, how much fight you have to make with the gears and the clutch. How restless you are. And thereafter, 1 year thereafter, 6 months thereafter, you talk and automatically gears move. You don't know. Now this automatic moving of the gear is the job of instinctive mind. So when anything you know perfectly, a surgeon, if he knows his surgery perfectly, much of his job is you're taken by instinctive mind. On this little supervision of a conscious mind, just see how nature has used everything. If conscious mind would have been kept, because conscious mind is hardly 10% of subconscious, this instinct, I am not using the word subconscious mind, just see. Conscious mind is hardly 10% of instinctive mind. Now if this 10% would have been loaded with the word, it would have crumbled down. At present there is so much tension. When so many things are done, body care is taken by instinctive mind, all these things which you have learned is taken care of by instinctive mind, still there is a tension. Just imagine, if all these things you would have done conscientiously, what would have happened? You would have crumbled to pieces. And therefore, see how the nature has acted to help you. So, important aspect is, thing which you learn goes inside the mind, instinctive mind, and then it does its work. It is a faultless mechanism. You can just see your heart beats 100 years together. There is no rest. It goes on because it is allowed to go like this by instinctive mind. All the body taken care of. You don't know anything. You don't know. When the trouble comes, you know that there is a heart, there is a pain, then you know there is a heart. When you know that there is a breathlessness, you know there is a lung. Otherwise, you don't know. All these things are done so well, act is done so well by a nature through instinctive mind, not to your knowledge. Now we have seen whatever we learn is acquired and goes inside the instinctive mind. It's a very important aspect in our life. But if we don't use vivek, intellect, discerning feature, you may learn something which is bad. You may have negative learning. You may have creative, constructive learning. Obvious? If you have constructive learning, your performance in the office, your performance in the business, your performance in the friend circle, your performance in the is is at the top. If you acquire negative habits, bad habits, habits formed at an instinctive level will be bad, they will destroy you. Now, if you get destroyed, you are the master of your own destiny, you are the master of your own death. Don't blame God. So try to understand now further. What we call habit is the function of instinctive mind. What we call habit, and habit is virtually a person. And there lies good habits and bad habits. Just try to see, I will give a few illustrations, and I am not antagonistic against anything, only try to understand the illustration. In my view, if your view doesn't coincide, you leave it. Let us take one by one illustration. Getting up early in the morning. You'll find those persons get up early in the morning, 3:30, 4, 4:30, whatever. At the particular time, without any alarm, you get up. Not only that, you just see. I again challenge all of you today. If you are getting at 5:30, giving the illustration, you want tomorrow at the time when you are about to sleep, give a suggestion. I want to get up at 4:30, 1 hour earlier. You get up, see the clock, it is to the dot 4:30. Because the thought gets realized, it goes inside, and the body clock catches it, does it. This is proved by the scientists. I am not only saying for the sake of saying, you just see yourself. How? The thing, once you form a habit afterwards, getting up every day, it becomes a routine, it becomes a habit. A thing done consciously a few times, you start doing unconsciously habit. Right? Now you start getting early in the morning. Naturally, you get up early, you are 2 hours advanced than the other persons, you do work speedily. At that time there is a quietness, calmness, you can do more effectively. There is a freshness in your mind, so the important work, important decision you can take immediately. Advantage. But you form a habit of sleeping late night, take a liquor, take those things. I have nothing against. But you sleep at 1 o'clock, you get up at 8:30. In the course of time, when you do certain things consciously, subconsciously, habit forms of getting up late. It becomes part of your life. Now, in certain circumstances, it may come in your way. Second habit. You get up, you brush your teeth, isn't it? Now, brushing your teeth, some persons use tobacco. They take 1 hour. Hardly it is a matter of few minutes, 2-3 minutes is sufficient. You waste beautiful time of the time, but now habit is formed. So much is the habit, unconsciously body takes it. Without machinery for 1 hour, they cannot pass the tools. Just see, tools have nothing to do with the machinery. See the distance. Habit, you have formed that now. You are part of it, you are slave of it. So now you have to wait for 1 hour. A thing which is just normally you get up and you go, this habit you could have formed instead of that 1 hour. I cannot go to latrine unless and until I read the newspaper. Now newspaper has nothing to do. I cannot go to latrine unless and until I smoke. All this is you have cultivated. You have put your body to indiscipline. Subconscious mind. Some persons say, unless and until I take tea, I cannot go. Again subconscious mind. Little less but again subconscious mind. Now you just see. If you pick up a right habit, what will happen? The thing, you get up, you go to latrine immediately, you come out after 2-3 minutes. Some persons start reading there. That is the only time for the reading. With the result, in the reading, they lose the time, they forget. And they required half an hour to 45 minutes to pass the tools subsequently throughout their life. A thing which is the job of 2 minutes or 3 minutes. Just try to understand, all these things happen, wrong use of subconscious mind. find you put yourself to disadvantageous position by the use of subconscious mind. Because subconscious mind has no reason. When the conscious thing you do it continuously 2, 3, 4 times and it is acquired, pass on to subconscious mind. It does it without any botheration because it has no reasoning. This instinctive mind starts doing it. With the result, all these habits which form your character, by which you are recognized in the whole world as man of a valor or a weak, which builds you. How much you can change yourself by understanding the mechanism of this instinctive mind. Don't misuse. It has a tremendous treasure of power. It can help you a lot. But if you don't, what will happen is this. Apart from this, second aspect, you start wrong thinking. Wrong thinking is a negative thinking. In simplest way, I will just, because it can be defined and discussed again for few hours, but that is not the purpose for this. If you want to achieve a object, to achieve that object with the minimum energy, with minimum time, efficiently, gracefully, how much time is taken, what is the way? If that is the way, you should follow the way and not any other way.